Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the one and only Charlie Brown. And once again, it's time to go around the town with Charlie Brown. But today, I want to talk to you guys about what I just watched. I just watched Survivor Series. Now, everybody knows that wrestling is really near, dear, and cherished in my heart. But this Survivor Series right here took me back to those days where I used to go to my grandmother's house and go and rent a bunch of DVDs. I'm sorry, back then it was VHSs. I would rent a bunch of VHSs and I would go home, go back to my grandma's house and just sit there and just pig out on some Little Caesars pizza and sit there with some better made chips and some Faygo pop, some Faygo soda pop. Wish I had some right now. But I would sit there and I would watch things like this, like the original Survivor Series. Now this Survivor Series is a little different. This Survivor Series is called Wargames. After the match itself, Wargames. The Wargames match. Now, if you guys don't know that much about the Wargames match, let me just run that down for you real quick. It's 2 rings, a cage around it. It's an open cage. It's not like a cell, not like the Hell in a Cell. No. And this came back in the day when Dusty was coming up with all the ideas that everybody needed, and he came up with this concept. So there's 2 teams. One team has the advantage. Every 5 minutes, another member from the team comes in, and they keep going. Once the last person in the matches enters the ring, number 10 enters the ring, then the War Games match officially gets started. So basically, what you want to do is you want to wear down your opponents so that when that last person gets in the ring and it's time for you to get that actual pin, you wore everybody else down. Now, let's jump into this pay-per-view. How did I feel about the pay-per-view as a whole? It was an excellent pay-per-view. I think they did a great job on it. WWE has been doing a great job lately. Since Vince, since he left, retired, he didn't pass away or anything like that. He retired, though. So since Vince retired and Triple H got the reins, everything has been looking up and up. I've been wanting to watch it and tune into it more and more. As a matter of fact, let's jump into the first match. You had the Women's War Games match. I think the Women's War Game match was amazing, the way they set it up and everything else. You had the team of Bianca Belair, who's currently the, I want to say she's the Raw Women's Champion. She's the Raw Women's Champion. Raw Women's Champion. But also on her team, she had coming back Mia Ying. She also had Alexa Bliss. She had who am I missing? She had 5 altogether. So it was Bianca Belair, Mia. But Mia came back because she came back and joined up with the OC. Then you had Asuka, Alexa Bliss, and the man herself, Becky Lynch, that came back. They were at disadvantage, so they had they started the match, and also they had the number 10 spot to actually start the actual War Games match. But then they went against Damage Control. I'm butchering the name of these teams. They went against Damage Control, and then Damage Control actually had along with them they had Nikki Cross, who went back to being crazy Nikki Cross, which is best Nikki Cross if you ask me. I love Nikki Cross. I've always loved Nikki Cross. I really didn't care that much about her character that she had, where she was Nikki ASH. She was the superhero. I really didn't care that much about how they booked that character or how that character went down at all. But also Rhea Ripley. Now, they ended up getting an advantage on SmackDown. But all in all, some of the best bits about the match is there was a crazy spot when they when the Lord of the Sky herself, the Queen of the Sky, when she came up, she did a moonsault off the top of the cage. There was mist in the eye of Ripley, of Rhea. The man did a leg drop off the top. It feels so weird to call her the man. But Becky Lynch did a leg drop off the top and to seize the victory for her team. If you guys haven't had a chance to check it out, please. I recommend you guys checking it out. All in all, I want to say going through it, it was bookended by the Wargames matches for the women first, and then the one for the men last. There was deception between the team of on the Bloodline. Everybody thought that Sami Zayn wasn't going to be able to come through for the Bloodline, but we'll talk about that more so in a minute. Right after that match, you ended up getting you had the AJ Styles versus versus Finn Balor. They've been going at it for a while now. AJ Styles and Finn Balor. What more can you say about that match? You know they did a great job without even watching it, but it is worth watching. Now it was almost like they were sitting there thinking to themselves, "Oh, did I do this move yet? No. All right, that's one of my moves. Let me do this one. Did I do this move yet? No. Okay, let me do this move." But ended up AJ Styles ended up getting the victory, with this forearm right to the face of Finn Balor. They've been going at it for a while now, which actually brought the OC back. Anderson and Gallows, they came back to help out AJ to go against Judgment Day. Honestly, if you ask me though, Judgment Day is cool and all, but there was another team that came out before them that I thought was a little bit better. I don't really want to talk about them, but I thought that they were better. The other team that came out before Judgment Day, I'm just saying. I put it out there. Catch it if you want to. After that, I think the weakest part of the whole entire show probably was if you ask me, was the women's the SmackDown women's title match. Now Shotzi Blackheart, I love her character and everything, and I think that she's doing a great job. But she got a title match against Ronda Rousey. And then Ronda Rousey had a partner out there with her. And she had Shayna Baszler out there with her. And I love Shayna too. But Ronda, to me, it was the weakest match because it seemed like they didn't really meld together well. It kind of just like they were kind of falling over each other. That's kind of how I felt when I was watching the match. I mean, I don't know how else to put it other than that, and it was kind of short. Like they did their thing, whatever. Then it was the end, and I don't even know how much the crowd was really into it either. But it's kind of how I felt about a lot of matches. It's like, depending on who the person is she's wrestling against in the match, I don't know what it is about Ronda. I don't really care. I don't really care to see her. Like, I don't know. I don't want to say anything bad about her, but it just doesn't have that oomph, that go, that ooh, that bring me in, didn't have that. Then there was an amazing triple threat match. Bobby Lashley, Austin Theory, and Seth Rollins. Seth freaking Rollins. They did an amazing job with that match. It was wonderful. Oh my God, there's so much I could say about this, but I'm trying to keep this as short as possible. I'm trying to keep these videos short. Okay, but I recommend that match. But again, the only match I think that was like a sour taste in my mouth was that Ronda Rousey match against Shotzi. I just don't. Hey, man, they were just kind of just it was fumbly. It was a little fumbly match. It was weird. So, which brings us to the main event with the Bloodline going against the Brawling Brutes. Kevin Owens was trying his best to try to get in the head of Sammy, but the thing is, Sammy and Kevin are friends. But if you guys don't remember, let me take you down a little trip of memory lane. They were trying to make it seem like we had a problem with the loyalty of Sami Zayn with the Bloodline, which I didn't really understand that. Like, he's been doing all this stuff to really get into the Bloodline, and then it's like, I guess we're supposed to like pretend like we don't remember like how everything got started. When Kevin Owens first popped up, Sami Zayn won the title in NXT, and then got powerbombed by his best friend, who saw him to be Kevin Owens. So, sorry, Kevin, I don't really feel bad for you, bro. You started it. Poo on you. Poo on you. Anyway, it was a hell of a main event, but the majority of the match was the story of what was going to happen with Sami and where Sami loyalty lied. But the match ended with Kevin Owens almost getting the 1-2-3 on Roman, but instead Sami slides right in and grabs the arm of the referee. Then Kevin looks at him. Two of them have a little bit of a back and forth. Then Kevin's yelling at him like, you calling these people your friends? You calling them your family? A super kick is about to come in. Kevin catches the super kick. Then Sami drops down, low blow to his former best friend, Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens doubles over. Sami lays him down and lets Brother Oos hit him with that splash, and he hit it with the 1, 2, 3. Now, after that, the Bloodline came together, hugs and kisses, baby. But the thing I want to point out, there was a couple things in the match that I really liked. There were times where, like one, you would sacrifice yourself for your fellow team members and stuff like that. Butch. Butch is such a character. Like, at first I was mad when Butch first got with the Brawling Brutes and they changed his name to Butch. But once he starts wrestling and getting into a nice little flow, I love them together now. I love the Brawling Brutes. I love them. At first I was kind of mad because Pete Dunne, I was like, nah, not Pete Dunne. I want to see Pete come out there with the mouthpiece in. I want to see him breaking people's thumbs, stuff like that. So he's still doing the same moves that he had before. He's just crazy. That's basically it. They just said, all right, listen, do what you were doing before, but crazy. He was like, I can do that, and he's doing it. He's doing an amazing job. Everybody in that match did a great job, but again, the main story was pretty much focusing around Sami, and the way it ended, it seemed like Sami is right there. He's no longer an honorary Oos, because I'm feeling very Oosy today to tell you. No, brother. He is a Oos, a full Oos. You know what I mean? Anyway, if you guys have had a chance to check out it, even though I spoiled some of it for you, please check it out. It's worth checking out. It's on Peacock. If you guys don't have Peacock, I think if you actually get Peacock, it's only like $5, maybe $10 or something like that. But the regular Peacock has commercials, but I think you can get a package that doesn't have commercials. I'm not trying to sell Peacock, but in order for you to watch it, I think you need Peacock, or you got to pay for it on pay-per-view. I don't pay for it on pay-per-view. I have a subscription to Peacock, and I am loyal because WWE has other things on there for you to check out, like other War Game matches as well. As a matter of fact, if you get Peacock, or if you have it, go check out some other War Game matches too, from either WCW or NXT, where William Regal was going around saying the words War Games and making it great. Now again, this was not a traditional Survivor Series where you had the elimination, team against team, 5-on-5 elimination. No, we had the War Games match, and the pay-per-view was bookended by the female version and the male version. And again, everything on this show was pretty much amazing, good. The talent are great. I just wish that the women's SmackDown match wasn't so fumbly. That's the best way I put it. I mean, that's the only word I can say for it. It was fumbly. I tried to keep the video short and sweet for you, and if you guys haven't had a chance to go check it out, go check it out. And if you did check it out, please comment down below, because you know me, I'm wearing brown bud. I wore my brown bud today. I broke this out. I haven't seen this thing in so long. I haven't seen that thing in so long. I feel good. I feel like nostalgia came back. I feel good. Yeah. Oh yeah, I feel good. If you can pick up what I'm putting down, around the town, Charlie Brown. Ta-ta.